What's in my bag? And we're not talking about handbags here, are we?
Technically, I can show you what's in my bag.
No, we don't need to do that. But today we've been watching a video, which is one of the older trends. Mel was telling me that they used to do what's in my bag, where people would go and buy stuff.
Nope. Literally.
Oh,
10 years ago. 10, 15, no, I'll say
Wait.
13 years ago. Prime Zoella time when she was still fresh, but she was, dominating the field. Literally, they take their bags they use on a daily basis and show what's inside it.
sick.
So, in my bag, you probably get my wallet, my hairbrush, a perfume.
Loads of paraphernalia, drugs, naughty stuff. Police go and arrest her. I can give you her address.
Yeah, you're at the same address. How do you
No.
know that you're not it?
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call them, and I'm going to run back to mine, which will take a long time,
Yeah,
and I'll probably run out of breath, and I'll probably die from exhaustion.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get a line bike or Uber, or I'll
That's a
steal
long
your car.
trip.
But today we're back with another video from The Warning. They're going to be doing what's in my bag. This came up a couple of weeks ago when it was on my homepage on YouTube, so we thought save it for a later time when everyone else has done their reactions, and we can do it ourselves when we finally had some time to get to it. So I've never seen these videos before. Mel's seen some of the ones from 10 years ago from Zoella, so let's see how much things have changed. Okay, let's see what this is all about.
Hey, we're The Warning. I'm Danny.
I'm Pal.
I'm Ali.
And we're at Amoeba, and this is What's in Our Bag.
That shot was sick.
Okay, I'll start. Oh my gosh.
I can support this.
Watching this concert all the time in our house. It's iconic, and I feel like Queen is one of the biggest inspirations for what we do.
As someone who is like a huge Queen fan, and Mel is, as people that have literally watched Bohemian Rhapsody ridiculous amount of times, or just enjoyed it and listened to Bohemian Rhapsody and the whole songs from that era. Good choice. Stupendous choice. For people in the South America, whatever you want to say, who are from Mexico or who support them, just go listen to Queen because timeless. Just
beautiful, ahead of their time. Having some
Freddie Mercury, man.
drag, making
Yeah.
drag music videos back in the 80s is insane. That was an
Just-
insane move for that time. People
Unheard
weren't
of.
expecting it. It was,
Yeah.
change. It was basically the times are changing type.
Changing the time.
Times of changing. What am I on?
No, you was right. I was just,
Why are you confusing me?
I was like changing our times, which doesn't make sense.
Oh, I was looking at it and it's like, oh my god.
I remember every single frame on this concert. I can't believe there's actually like a record.
A record.
Like,
Yeah, no.
fine.
Queen.
I feel like a highlight is Somebody to Love. Like when Roger started singing, I was
Yeah,
just like,
that's insane.
Everybody find me.
Let's see what I have. Here we go. Tchaikovsky's The Nutcracker.
Isn't there like a movie about the Nutcracker?
I mean, it is a ballet.
No, but like there's like an animated movie like from our childhood, no?
Yes. There's a few animated movies. There's also a Mickey Mouse version
That's
of the
so cool.
Nutcracker. There's also there's a ballet. I've been to the ballet in, it's not Royal Albert Hall. It is in, they do the Phantom of the Opera in the Royal Albert Hall. Wherever they do it in London.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my brain's not working right now. No, the Nutcracker. They've got so many different versions of it. They've got the animated. I think they probably have a movie as well. Knowing
That's sick.
the world, but listening to the music itself is so. I love listening to different individual instruments and trying to figure out. Imagine the orchestra.
How they were pieced together.
I love the composer's brains. It's just so beautiful.
We grew up with classical music all the time. We started playing the piano before we played anything else. Pas de deux is my favorite song on this. I can like remove my makeup, take a shower, whatever, and just like settle down while I'm listening to Pas de deux. For me, this is like a song that just really encompasses like what life.
The youngest is the tallest.
oh my
So
god.
deep. Go find.
Ta-da! The Second Law by Muse. Okay, so this is, I feel like when we were a tad older, this album was like one of the first albums I actually listened to like the whole album, and I just love every song.
I don't know this.
That sounded very like English, almost like it could be from London. Like what did she call them?
The Muse. I didn't really listen to them.
So they're a rock band from Devon. That's so random.
I've not heard of them. So
That is a
Probably heard of
discoverability of music, because people like these guys from Warning, they are like from random places like Monterey or whatever. But then you have people from Devon who, like, for people that live in England, Devon is just a coastal area, you know, who just...
It's an aging town
like you
type of area. It's quite
You never associate it with
peaceful, you
something
know.
besides that. The
Yeah.
old
I imagine
aging
caravans are
population.
going on a little
Yeah.
caravan holiday there. That's why I
That's
envision when I think of
exactly.
Devon.
Muse. Like, I feel like I can speak for the three of us.
And we
Like,
saw
they're
this
one of,
tour
like-
live.
We did.
Yeah.
We did, 2 times. They're just like such a big inspiration for us. They're a trio, and then we got to tour with them in
No
Mexico. We opened 4 shows for them, and then they invited us to their tour in Europe and in
That's
the UK. So it was just so amazing to be able to tour with them. And
There is something about when like your idols or people that you look up to become, I wouldn't say your friends, they could be your friends, like, but they have that mutual respect of like, you looked up to me and now I get to give you the platform to basically continue what we're already laying the groundwork for.
Are you familiar with saying, "Don't ever meet your idols"?
Yeah.
So when you actually meet an idol that pulls through in a positive light, that is a lot more of a rare story than having your idols actually be an idol. So that's quite cool.
I've heard something similar. Oh, I've heard that before, but I've heard something more like kind of similar to those lines in more recent days and weeks, which is where people say about when you meet people that you've had as like idols. Let's say like you met Imagine Dragons, yeah, or 21 Pilots, because I mean 21 Pilots, amazing. But when you meet them, you shouldn't be like starstruck. You shouldn't be like looking at them like, oh my god, it's you two. It's like
I
you
shall bow down at your feet and kiss your toes.
yeah, your shoes are dirty. Let me clean them off. But in reality, you should just treat them like a normal human being, because they'll probably remember that interaction a little bit more versus like, oh my god, that's my favorite song. Oh, that album, my favorite. Like, you know, the yes, I would say that, but I wouldn't say it as like a fan way. You'd be like, yeah, probably my favorite album is this, but I just want to talk to you about this, not actually talk to you about how much you're the most important person in my life and an idol, and I will make a shrine to you and I light a candle for you every day. Like, you know, those kind of people, like crazy
I don't
fans.
know. I think crazy fans are sick. That's funny.
They are, but like, there's something. There's like the teetering the line of like crazy and obsessive and like respectful and obsessive. Like if I met Bring Me the Horizon, yeah, I'm gonna be like Ollie Sykes, dap him up, Sleepwalking, favorite song. Can you sing it for me live? I'm not gonna be like that. That's just me.
Iconic.
it's so good. It's just
Iconic album in our lives.
That shop is so sick. I'm not gonna go to the shop. Look how many people there are.
I am
Beautiful.
going to bring out Elton John's greatest hits. It's something that we grew up with as well, and oh my god, I remember.
the 60th birthday.
Yeah, Elton John
like, his
live.
concert.
We saw it all the time. I remember hearing this and immediately going down to like watching it with my dad.
I must say though, Elton John is a legend, but he's also like a time capsule or like a time machine thing for people like the music. You know, like when we always say about like music, where you listen to something and you get teleported back into your childhood or a particular moment, or it like basically turns something that you had as a memory and it makes it feel the same again. Like you might get goosebumps, or you might feel a bit sad, or you might feel really happy because you remember like a person that was with you at that time, or like songs that we have that associate me with you, vice versa. Well, I do anyway. Maybe not you because you're autistic, but for me, I think about these kind of things. So just saying, I love you, but like, you know, that's how I think. Do you feel the same? Otherwise, we might have to go get some couples therapy and counselling.
I don't know if you can appreciate this. Like,
Is your song with me going to be like Gummy Bear or something? No, allow it.
I can't remember the name of the song. Let me get the name of the song. The song that I
I'm bracing myself.
always think about when it comes on. It's Kendrick Lamar, Backseat Freestyle.
That's okay. I'll respect that.
That because
Don't
one
leave
of
me
our-
hanging because they're gonna think we're not cool anymore. But no, I
Because
respect that.
one of our first dates, he put this on, Well, I put this on. I
You
can't
put it
remember.
on.
I put it on. We're both singing it, and Luke looked over. He's like, "You know Kendrick Lamar?" You know,
I text Razzie this. I
you know,
said,
he was like, "You know Kendrick Lamar?" And I was like, "Yeah."
well, because I remember, yeah, when I had like one of my first phones, it was like a Samsung Galaxy Ace. I'll put a picture on it right now. I would have these JVC gummy headphones from Tesco's. They were green, but you could get blue ones. They were green, blue, and like as a kid, I thought they were the best headphones ever. Be like plug it in, old school style like these ones, and then I would walk to school after taking the train and the bus and all this other stuff, and I would have to go to like a YouTube to MP3 app that I had,
Yeah.
and I would literally go all of Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City, which we have on vinyl, which is back at my place, and I would literally just listen to that up the hill, you know, the hill that we'd walk to school. So yeah, when I heard that, I was like, I listened to the same album every day. So when I heard the song that I heard every day at least 3 times, I was like, cool, we can there's something going here. So yeah.
All right.
A lot of Elton songs, but this one, "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" with Kiki D.
Don't Go Breaking My-
It's like core childhood memory.
Exactly.
Of, like,
I have it like it has
hearing
a
that
very
song.
special place in my heart. But I know all of the songs in this record.
Nobody knows it.
Feel like this is gonna be weird, but Disney's Lemonade.
Oh my god.
I also grabbed this one. I have it in my bag as
no,
well.
I saw it and I
Did you watch that
really
movie?
lost it. Like it's in vinyl. Who thought of that?
I
mean,
remember like the
I
dance.
know
moves.
every song.
Determinate. It was the first time I saw like younger people and like any type of representation wanna like make a band.
I love
And
that movie.
The soundtrack, like
Honestly.
the songwriting for the soundtrack is
Honestly, it's so good.
amazing.
I can't lie, that during the peak of the Disney era of like High School Musical, Pitch Perfect, like where those Disney stars were coming to, I can't lie, most of them were a bit before this movie, but like it was still that same thing of like they had really sick artists and music being created just by, I don't know who the hell was writing this stuff, but
I
So
was more into camp rock than
oh
Lemonade.
yeah, Camp Rock, I forgot about that as well. I should have said that. That was really
Still, super duper awkward Disney acting. You know, with the really awkward looks and everything,
Yeah.
and quotes.
good. And the cutaways and
But
the zooming
for
in.
me, the music was more for me. That
Yeah.
was more my vibes.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
Camping and just having, literally just camping. Going on a camp holiday. That was more vibe.
We were so shocked to find that there was a vinyl for The Three Amigos.
Oh my god, it's that
Our
guy!
manager
Yeah, I
really
told you he was in loads
loves
of
this movie,
movies.
and we hadn't watched it before,
I ain't
and now we
kidding
watch
about
it
this.
every time we go on tour. We
Every
watch
time.
this movie
It's a
all
ritual.
the time.
That reminds me of like a cat.
We
Or
need to
legendary
do that Halloween.
actor.
We need to dress
Yeah,
up.
we need to.
I would
like,
be.
Ha!
You would be.
Yes, I'm
yes.
the
You'd
shortest.
be more than short, yeah. I am sorry.
This is clearly not from like our
No, it's
era.
like it's a movie from like
For
what,
me,
the
like
80s?
it's the 80s,
Yeah.
like it's 86.
Look at this. Look
Wow.
at this.
Okay, I like
Oh my
that.
god.
This movie.
My
like,
mum loves this
You
movie.
watch it every
the
year.
music every
I've
year.
done performance
At
of this
least one
movie.
time.
Wow.
So bad.
I
love
must say, man. Sorry, you go.
Go on.
There you go.
I love doing this show. I've done that as one of my school productions.
I do
love
miss the fact that the movies and the musicals, mainly the musicals that came out like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe even before, stuff that my mum watched. Like I always think of like Dirty Dancing.
Your mum's
and
not
Grease.
that old.
No, I'm saying, but she grew up with that as well because of
Yeah.
my nan as well, like that generational thing. But for us, there are no musicals like that anymore, where like they have a really good story and there's music that intertwines it with. I always think of Grease or Dirty Dancing, mainly Grease because of like the vibe of like the 70s or whatever it was, 80s, like. It just John Travolta as well. Like there's just something about that era of like him and I don't know the lady's name. I think she passed away.
I'm not good with names. Don't
Yeah,
ask me.
but anyway, it's just like that whole era was just something about it. But in the early 2000s and now, there doesn't exist of that sort of.
I beg to differ. There's
Maybe it's
plenty of
changed.
musicals.
Yeah.
You're just not in the theatre musical world.
True.
That's the thing.
Track is like, I can't believe like it was the only one there, and I was just like,
My grandmother's gonna be so happy. Okay, so we
Right?
saw this movie because we
With
would
my
stay at like
grandma.
my grandma's house, and she
Exactly.
would put it on like all the time.
It's so pretty as well.
It's
It's so
pretty.
cute.
I
It's
love
really
it.
It's really cute. Soundtracks for a second.
Upset.
Yes.
Ali was talking about that we toured with Muse last year in the summer, and Royal Blood was also part of that lineup. We also toured with Royal Blood. They're great. I love
so
them.
nice.
Their newest album
It's so good.
is so,
It's so
freaking good.
Oh, I've heard this one.
It sounds very familiar.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh,
my
Sempiternal.
God. Okay,
Sempiternal.
so yes.
This
Oh
is my
God.
favorite.
Okay,
Sempiternal.
so yes.
And I picked a good song for this one as well.
I feel
Beautiful.
like we have a lot of
Cover
history
art, though,
with
as
Bring Me
well.
the Horizon, and it has inspired us a lot. You know.
I have a Bring Me the Horizon tattoo on my ankle.
I mean, probably why you like their music as well, based off what we've heard so far.
That's true.
Because considering that Bring Me the Horizon potential is one of their inspirations,
Yeah.
that is quite cool.
You know they're from Sheffield as well.
Who?
Bring Me the Horizon.
That's sick.
A random small town, maybe city
I
in
wouldn't
England.
I wouldn't say it's a random small town.
No, but like it's like Sheffield or Crewe,
It's
like
on the
it's
map.
that area. It's not, yeah. Like such a good album, man. My favorite literary album. I didn't
No,
expect to be
when I
seeing a
got
Bring Me the Horizon one
really
here.
heavy. Our last record that we did
Error.
called Error was produced by David Bendeth. This one was also produced by David Bendeth, and
So we
I
would listen
just-
to it
a
in the
lot.
studio
It
while
was a good
writing.
reference.
Yeah, while writing.
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of these albums, like we know
They're
the
playing
people that
Sleepwalk
work
in the
with
background,
them,
I
and
can
now
hear
we're
it.
working with them, and we're touring with them.
That's just so
And they're like
nice.
our colleagues.
That's insane.
That's insane.
This is my deadlift song.
It's like I'm sleepwalking.
Oh, so
Uncle
good.
Jazz, and I trust.
That is such a cool art. Album cover.
What do you mean it's a kid's drawing?
Yeah, it's just
I
like
feel
that's
like
the
people
art.
expect
There you
us
go.
to be listening to rock music all the time because we play rock music. But when you're on tour, what you want to do is just relax because you have very small space, like very little time to relax. And this is an album I put to just like let my mind,
Decompress.
yes, just
kinda
like breathe for a
flow.
second. We did.
Yeah, we
They
did.
played before us in Pal Norte.
In Pal Norte.
We
They
actually
were
saw
amazing.
So we saw
Uncle
their show,
Jazz.
So this album, ever since I came across it, I've been listening to it like almost every day. This is Takotsubo by L'Imperatrice. So much like I love every single thing they've put out. It's just like very fun music.
Yes.
Vibey, you
It's
vibe.
vibey, it's funky.
You're the biggest Lehapi supporter.
Yeah,
like,
I
ever.
love them
I
so
know.
much. And we saw them live. We got to see them live. Because we were going to play in like a venue in our hometown in Monterrey. Like we went
Check
to
the
see
venue
this
out.
random band. They were playing. Ever since then,
We've been fans.
we've been fans.
That is a crazy story.
That's a
insane.
great way to discover a band actually.
Look at this.
Ay, Jesus.
Oh wow.
This just gave me a flashback to when we was on holiday in Portugal, and like Razzie was playing some of like the like Afro beats,
Yeah.
then going to some like reggae and soul, and I think Bruno Mars is going through that era. But when we was on holiday in Portugal during the summer, we would all be sitting in like the outside area, and we were just playing music and just vibing and literally making food, barbecues, and playing in the pool and stuff. And like our boy Razzie was playing some really like soulful music, and it hit the spot like at particular times during the days or nights.
Oh my god, it's completely insane. They took away our phones and they actually sang about it. They were like, "They took your phone away. We took your phone away." They were so happy with that.
Yeah,
Jokes. The outfits are amazing.
Driving out, I would be just kind of like,
I also want to say something.
Vibing on the
Danny
street.
listens to this album on the plane.
Oh, okay. She's like dancing.
She can't sit still,
And
and,
she's just
you're
like-
so tired, and Danny's just like
She's like stuck
on
in
the
it.
seat
you
on the
can't
plane.
sit still listening to this.
So
It's
that's why you
impossible.
shouldn't listen to it on the plane. Black Keys, Turn Blue, great album. I listen to this a lot, like when I
On
drive.
the car, yeah.
It's just
Every
so
time I
good.
like hop in your car, like
I force you to
Yeah.
listen to it. We actually like collect vinyls. I have
Yes.
like
You have a lot.
117, and I've been looking for this for so long and have not
found it.
anywhere in the world. And Amoeba, thank you.
is such a great.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
I agree.
It's so
Quentin
every
Tarantino
time like,
movies
I
always
get
have
ready, like I'm like doing my makeup to go
soundtracks.
out
Do
or
your
something.
makeup with the Kill Bill soundtrack, but I've never done my makeup.
It's
to it.
really like I would just put
You
on
feel
the
dramatic.
soundtrack. Yeah, it's so dramatic. You just remember the whole movie. It's a great movie, but the soundtrack is just absolutely amazing. I love it so much. So
Slay.
I must.
Slay.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
No, thank you
you.
for having
Thank
us.
This
This
was
is
genuinely
Clearly excited.
yeah.
the funnest thing that we've done. So thank you so much for this.
That's the best. I love hearing that.
Going back to the old Tarantino movies, back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, if you ever watched that age movies, if you go back to the times, you notice there's a lot more quiet periods in movies. Because nowadays, most movies have a constant soundtrack the entire movie.
Yeah, it's true.
Whereas if you ever watch a movie from, let's say, the 70s, they introduce a lot more silence and just dialogue with nothing in the background. There's a lot more quiet moments in the movie. So when you have a soundtrack or music from the 70s or 80s, it makes a lot more impact.
Yeah.
And that's something I noticed when I watched, I went on a bit of a binge on horror movies from like the 70s to the 90s. And that is something you notice predominantly in the older movies. The newer ones always have music in it, but that is something I have noticed, and it makes a bit more impact when they actually have
Periods of
the
silence.
score playing, when they actually
Yeah.
have the music come back up.
Well, I didn't expect them to be massive fans of Bring Me the Horizon, so that immediately just is a tick in the box, because when I saw that album of Sempiternal, I was like, that's one I actually want to get. So that's something we were actually going to buy when we was in a record store in Latvia, but then the prices were pretty insane because we were buying CDs for the car, because we kind of made the decision that, one, we won't make it more modern with having like Bluetooth and aux. We just decided we're going to buy CDs. And then I came across some of the CDs that we wanted, and then we saw some of the ones that were in vinyl that we wanted, and we're like, that's so much money. But what this video has made really clear is that when people take inspiration from others in their music, and like that's obviously what they've been doing with a lot of the bands that they've shown on this video, it's quite obvious to me anyway, like some of the influences from those videos, and when they put in those like 10-second clips of the songs that they were referencing, that is actually a really smart thing with the editing, just to like piece in their commentary with the music.
I see myself agreeing with how the Warning listen to music and approach it, where you don't just listen to the one genre or one artist, you listen to the different generations of music.
Yep.
And see what really just attaches to your soul. And I see, because I know my music taste is all over the place, it is not with just one artist. I've got plenty that I listen to.
Yep.
And is over a big range of different genres. And I think my Spotify Wrapped can really prove that. I can't lie.
But as always, make sure you guys do leave a like, comment and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subs, and hopefully we're going to achieve it before the end of the year. We're on track to do that, but with the help of you guys, it'd be amazing if we could just get it over the line. If we could start off 2025 with some new goals and new objectives. But as always, me and Mel, we love watching videos for you guys and reacting and giving you guys our unfiltered opinions, I guess, in a way. A lot of the comments we've seen in the past have literally said we love the fact that you guys spend more time speaking about things rather than just being the common reaction videos that literally do this. And then they go. Or make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe at the end of the video. And like that's just... So, without further ado, we'll see you guys in the next one. We've been Secret Distractors. I'm Luke.
And I'm
Mel. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a lovely day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And we'll see you in the next one. You're gonna hit me in the face. I hate the fact it looks like we're in some green bubble right now as well with the lighting, but we move.
Spanish TV.
No veo nada, no veo nada.
Click on words
I
in the
can't see anything. I
subtitle.
can't see anything.